Monday morning. I'm doing okay today. I did have a pretty active Sunday, just doing things around the house, but I'm doing okay today. So I came out to take a little walk just in my neighborhood. We've got another week in the 90s and extremely humid. So it's supposed to be like 93 today. The humidity this morning is 90%. Although it's coming down a little bit as the temperature goes up. So I wanted to get out and walk before it gets too hot, if that's actually a thing when the weather's this bad. But it is only about 78, 79 right now. But it's very humid. It feels steamy. So I'm switching sides of the street to stay in the shade as much as possible. Just going slow. I feel well enough to walk, so anytime I feel well enough to tolerate a walk, I'm trying to do it just to increase my stamina, get back to where I was a few years ago before these multiple relapses occurred. I feel like I am back to my normal baseline in how I feel, but my stamina's still not quite there. So also, I am just enjoying being outside this morning. I do not like being trapped in air conditioning 24/7. And despite the heat and the humidity, there is a really nice breeze out this morning, and I can hear the birds, and it's very nice. As I've mentioned before, being in nature is just so calming and peaceful. It's worth a little bit of heat. And I'll go back in the air-conditioned house and cool off in a few minutes. Hi, Tuesday morning, and I have the house all to myself. I can record right in the middle of my kitchen. My husband's out of town just for a quick 24-hour trip, and my son just left for work. So by the time I came downstairs, silence. And I really like it that way. So I'm a little bit run down today. I think I just stayed up too late last night. This is really weird, but when my husband's away, I'm not as good about sticking to my routine. When he's here, the two of us really, stick to it every night, and it helps me so much. So, I put my laptop away at 7:30. I lie down on the couch. He's in his recliner. We watch 2 TV shows together. And then at 9:30, we go upstairs, get ready for bed, and then read until 10:30, and then lights out. And for some reason, when he's not here, I'm just like, I guess this is my way of going wild. I watched a movie on the couch until 10. And then I still needed my reading time, so I was reading my book until almost 11, which is too late for me. So we're gonna take it easy today, make full use of the quiet house, and get some work done in my recliner on the laptop, and just take it easy. Just up from my nap, and I'm still kind of run down today. I had trouble falling asleep during my nap, but I felt pretty wiped out, so I basically just stayed in bed until I did fall asleep, and ended up sleeping for about an hour. But so that helped a little bit. But just out taking my usual after nap stroll down the driveway to the mailbox and back. It is hot out, but it actually feels kind of nice after being in the air conditioning all day. I wouldn't want to stay out here for long, but there's a little bit of a breeze. We're supposed to get storms tonight, which hopefully will finally cool things down a bit. And my husband's on his way back from his business meeting. I asked him if he could stop and pick up our weekly vegetables because I'm just not up to going out. So he kindly said he would. So I'm just going to go back inside, get in my recliner, edit last week's video, and take it easy. So this week is turning out to be a repeat of last week, which I'm not too happy about. Low energy Monday and Tuesday, so as you saw, I just kind of took it easy. But then, just like last week, this is Wednesday, and I woke up feeling awful, just aching all over. In fact, I did exactly what I did last week. I tried to get up, I took my medicines, I watched the 5-minute news recap at 8 o'clock, and then I closed the curtains and turned the TV off and went back to bed for another hour. And I still feel just no energy, achy, just wiped out. So, don't usually do this in the middle of the day, but I came back to bed. I could have just moved to the couch downstairs, but my husband's home today, and he's busy and moving around and doing his stuff, and I just needed a little quiet and solitude. And also, I think I'm just going to give in but not give up. And watch a TV show, the most I do have my laptop, but the most I plan to do is just clear my emails, which are half spam anyway. So taking it easy today, hoping like last week I will feel better tomorrow. So I gave up on even trying to clear some emails. I'm just lying all the way down now, watching an old Grey's Anatomy, laughing, just relaxing, trying to rest. And it occurs to me that I don't like being crashed in the summer when it's 90 degrees out, because I really want to snuggle under big, fluffy, warm blankets, and it's just too warm. So as you can see, I get lower and lower every time I record a little bit. I am just wiped out today, achy all over. I don't know what's going on. Also, it's turning out this happens to be one of those really sad Grey's Anatomies. So still in the same position, but I moved back downstairs to the couch because it was getting too hot upstairs. Just gonna watch another TV show and then probably have lunch with my husband. So I think this is the third different place you've seen me lying down today, but I am out on the porch in the lounge chair. I pretty much spent most of the day in bed. I slept for 90 minutes at nap time, which is a long nap for me, and I did feel a little bit better after that. I was able to sit up in the recliner and write a book review, which was good. But now I wanted to get a little fresh air. The heat and humidity finally dropped a little bit today, and it's just beautiful out here. So just trying to enjoy a little bit of outdoor time, watching another Grey's Anatomy. As you can see, I am up and about again today. Yesterday was just a lost day, and I wouldn't say I've got a huge amount of energy today, but as you might, if you've watched any of my book videos, you know that I'm all set up here to record a couple of book videos. So I am feeling well enough for that. I am not planning to leave the house again today. And in fact, I just ordered groceries that my husband's going to pick up later. All week long, it's been I'll get the groceries tomorrow. I'll get the groceries tomorrow. And, it's Thursday now. Tomorrow's Friday, and so we're doing it the easy way. It's not even very expensive because he's actually going to pick them up at the store. So the only problem is they don't always choose the things that you would choose, but I think I put enough notes in so that we get what we need. So that's today. I'm going to do my recordings. Back in my recliner. I recorded videos for about an hour because I was doing my big book summer reading wrap up, and also introducing my fall reading challenge that I participate in called the RIP Challenge. So check those out if you're a reader. Even if you can't read in print, if you enjoy listening to audiobooks, I cover lots of audiobooks too. So, but that was a lot for today. I'm so glad I ordered the groceries, and my husband will just go pick them up. We do have to go out this afternoon after my nap, which, as I've said in previous vlogs, is not a good time for me. But we picked out some new furniture last weekend, and today and tomorrow only, if you buy then, it's free delivery. And furniture is pretty expensive, so knocking $150 off for free delivery would be good. So we will go down there, just, finalize the sale, and I guess I can get through that. I've got a really easy dinner planned. Last night I just said, I can't cook. I can't help even. So we ordered burgers, which, total junk food. I actually felt a little sick later in the evening from all the grease, but at the time it tasted amazing. So now I'm going to chill out here in the recliner, and almost lunchtime and then nap time. Yeah, I'm back on the couch today. As I suspected, that trip to the furniture store after my nap yesterday really wore me out. No surprise there. As I've said before here, I just can't do stuff at that time of day. But the good news is we signed the papers and paid our down payment, and we're getting new furniture for our living room. The old stuff is 35 years old. I bought it. It was the first furniture I bought after college, when I was living down in New Orleans. And so that was 1987. So let's just say it was past time. So it's going to be a while before it's ready and delivered, but we felt good finally getting that done. But I woke up today just feeling awful again, just achy all over. Even had a little bit of a sore throat when I woke up this morning, which doesn't happen to me that often anymore, because of the immune system treatments that have worked so well for me over years. Unfortunately, I'm going through a bad time right now, and I'm very analytical, so I'm always trying to figure things out. I have two current theories about why I've had a couple of really rough weeks. One is I did make a major medication change reluctantly. It wasn't something I wanted to do. I've been on combination birth control pills for decades. Not really for birth control, but for keeping my hormone levels nice and steady. Before I did this, every time I got a period, I just felt so much worse. So that was like 1 week out of every 4. And I got horrible headaches. So what I've done for I don't even know how long, 15 years, shortly after I got ME/CFS 20 years ago, my doctor suggested, and I told her how bad things got, she suggested long-term birth control pills where you stay on for 90 days or more. So what I've been doing for decades is staying on the pill for like 12 to 14 weeks at a time, hormone levels nice and steady, nothing changing, and I felt good doing that. And then, like every 12 to 14 weeks, when it was convenient, which was also very nice, I'd just take a break of 5 days, just long enough to have a period, and then go back on it. And for those 5 days, I usually did feel worse and usually had terrible headaches. But it was 5 days out of every 3 months or so. So I could handle it. So I saw my OBGYN last month, and she said at 57, it's time to go off of it. She said, there's no way you're not in menopause yet. So I've been dreading this day because I know how keeping those hormone levels steady has helped me over the years. So she did switch me to a progesterone-only pill, hoping to moderate the worsening, but suddenly dropping the estrogen certainly is having an effect on me. There were all kinds of things I expected. I did not expect this, to just be exhausted and crashed and achy and all that stuff. That's theory one, that it's the medication change, which was about 3 weeks ago. It does coincide with this period of time when my energy's been much lower than usual. I've had way more crash days than usual. The other thing I've noticed, and birth control pills just generally cause you to retain water, which is bad for your figure, but it's great for orthostatic intolerance. Our bodies can't hold on to fluids well, so something that retains water is great for us. So I've also lost that effect, and I think I'm just starting to see that. I've been constantly thirsty the last few days, and I always drink water all day long, constantly. But I've still been really thirsty, and I must have gotten up to go to the bathroom 5 or 6 times last night, which is unusual because I have corrected my sleep dysfunction, and I normally sleep really soundly. I still slept soundly, but I kept waking up and having to go pee. So I think I'm having trouble holding on to fluids, which would certainly affect everything else, fatigue, achiness, all that. So theory number 2, and it might be both of these actually. There was one component of my Lyme treatment. I ran out of it maybe a month and a half ago, and my Lyme specialist said, you're supposed to take a month-long break every once in a while anyway, so just take a break for now and then restart it. Well, I didn't restart it. I thought, I don't think I need this anymore. So it's probably been like 7, maybe even 8 weeks since I took that one particular treatment, and it is possible that it was doing something. So I ordered some more. It'll be here on Saturday, and I'll try going back on that. What I've noticed is my lower body's been super achy this week, and my knees are aching a bit. And for me, knee pain has always been Lyme disease. That is my number one signal. Sometimes some nausea too, but knee pain's my number one sign that my Lyme disease is acting up. So I'm going to try going back on that this weekend. So sorry, I just had a little coughing fit, so my voice is like weird right now. Okay, that's better. So I did get a tiny bit of work done this morning, sitting in the recliner with my laptop. But now, as you can see, I've moved to the couch. I'm going to lie down and maybe just sort through some old emails while I watch TV and just totally chill. I've also, this is what I'm choking on, I've also got some V8 juice. Like I was saying, I can tell I'm not holding on to water very well, or fluids. V8 juice is great because it's healthy, but it's got loads of sodium with no sugar. My son uses GU Brew tablets, which have a nice balance of sodium and potassium. So does V8 juice. This is my preferred form of sodium. If you've got orthostatic intolerance, and everyone with ME/CFS does, then getting extra sodium is really important. Unless you're one of the rare people who actually has high blood pressure, then you need to talk to your doctor. But for most of us with blood pressure that dips down when we're upright, and sometimes heart rate that goes up when you're upright, some extra sodium can really help. So I'm going to try this, and also, of course, resting. I have a very rare Saturday to myself. My husband usually goes golfing during the week, and he did go yesterday actually, but the friend that he golfs with was only able to go on Saturday this week, so they're out again today golfing. So that's good for him. He has a blast, and it's good for me because, especially when I'm feeling rough, which I have been all week, I really need quiet solitude. I slept really soundly last night until 4 in the morning, and then I got up to go to the bathroom and had a killer headache. And all of this the headaches are definitely the result of the medication shift I was talking about yesterday and the shift in hormones. It's been 3 weeks, I think. Clearly my body is not adjusted yet because these headaches are still coming like every 2 to 3 days. But to wake up with one in the middle of the night is just like killer. We've also got, the weather's changing too, which can worsen my headaches. It's a little more humid today. I do have the windows open. It's still kind of nice this morning, but it is getting more humid, and there's a big storm front just to the west of us that's just kind of sitting there, so the headache situation may not improve for a while. So I took aspirin at 7 in the morning and went back to bed. That helped. I took a shower when I got up, and that really helped a lot. I don't know if I've mentioned it this week, but I can shower without crashing afterward and actually feel better after a shower rather than worse because I've treated orthostatic intolerance. That is the key, both to being able to be active and exercise a little bit, and also to be able to shower or bathe without crashing afterward. The combination of the hot water and standing up is just killer for OI. So anyway, the shower helped quite a bit. And that always helps with a headache. It's still kind of there at the edges this morning. So I just took a couple of Sudafed. That's a decongestant. It's a vasoconstrictor, so it definitely helps with headaches. Some commercial prescription migraine medicines contain aspirin, a vasoconstrictor, and caffeine. So that's what I do on my own with 2 aspirin, 2 Sudafed, and just a little caffeine because I don't normally have any at all. So I actually made myself a cup of decaf coffee this morning. And yes, the amount of caffeine in decaf coffee is enough for me because I'm not used to it. My other go-to, which I think I showed you either this week or last week, is one of those little tiny diet Pepsis. That's just enough caffeine for a headache too. So since it's just morning and it's not too bad, I'm hoping just a bit in my decaf coffee will help. And it tastes nice. I normally drink herbal tea, so a little decaf coffee on the weekends is a nice treat. So my plan for today is my legs are still a little achy. My energy's maybe a little bit better. And I've got the headache, of course. Gonna take it easy, see how things go. If I'm able to, I might do like 30 minutes of weeding outside, sitting down. Our gardens are just so overgrown from the heat this summer and from not being able to do anything all summer because of the heat. So I might do that. Got some things on my blog to finish up, my 2 blogs to finish up today. But then I usually devote weekends. During the week, I work on work stuff for me, which is writing either freelance stuff or my blogs, things to do with my book, with this video channel. And then on weekends, I usually try to catch up on some at-home stuff. So I've got a whole list here that I'm sure will keep me busy, but I'm going to take it easy. I'm in the recliner again, and I've got my laptop here. This is where I plan to hang out much of the day. I did have a nice text conversation with my son. This is the older son who lives in New York State and has had ME/CFS and 3 tick infections for most of his young life. He's only 28. And he's very sweet. He's one of the few people in my life that 100% completely understands, because he's lived with it for so long himself, what it's like. And, I was telling him I've been crashed all week, and he's so kind and so compassionate because he gets it. He's been here before. I actually teared up a little bit, both from his compassion and also, he asked if we had any plans for the weekend, and I said no, but he said he and his girlfriend are meeting up with friends and taking a hike in a state park today, and that brought tears to my eyes and just filled my heart with joy that he is well enough that he can do that. I'm just so happy about that. So feeling a little bad for myself, but very, very happy for him. That's what I would like to be doing this weekend, out taking a walk. I just had maybe 20 minutes of slightly active time. I had to get up to take medicines. I put some laundry in. I took like a 8-minute walk slowly around our cul-de-sac out front. And I'm pooped and achy. So that was it. My big thrill for the day. Still Saturday, still in my recliner. My husband came home from golf and went out to pick up food for dinner, takeout, and also to pick up a supplement for me. I do think that part of my problem this week, the last couple of weeks, has been that I came off one of my Lyme supplements because I ran out of it, and then I just didn't reorder it. And so he's picking that up for me tonight so I can get back on that, because my knees have been hurting the last few days, and that for me always means my Lyme is acting up. So I am hoping that getting back on this supplement will at least resolve some of my symptoms and help me feel a little bit better. I did get a few things done today here in my recliner office, so and enjoyed some quiet time, so that was good. So it's Sunday. I am still just in bad shape. I wrote a blog post yesterday about the importance of play and fun in your life, and I was determined that this weekend we were going to do something fun. I was hoping to take a little walk with my husband this morning, but I woke up just achy all over still. So this is like 4 or 5 days now of this. The achiness for me always means that my immune system is overactive, overreacting to something. So it's possible I was exposed to something. Though my 2 theories from earlier in the week, the change in medication and stopping one of my Lyme meds, are possibly valid too. I don't know what's going on. It's just a long stretch of feeling really crappy for me. So I did give in today. I did not try to get anything done, even from the recliner. I asked my husband if he'd sit and watch a movie with me, and of course he was game. So we spent the morning, I was lying on the couch, completely resting. We watched The Lost City with Sandra Bullock, which was hilarious and just what I needed. Just pure fun. Just got up from my nap and have to refill my weekly medicines, a task I do not enjoy under the best of circumstances, but I think I can manage that now after my nap and just have a quiet Sunday evening.